Hello, my name is Hale Dowskin. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller The Sedona Method and one of the teachers in the movie and book The Secret. And Steve asked me to do this recording on goals and achieving or finding purpose. Now, both purpose and goals are charged words for most people. Most of us, when we think of finding our life purpose, sometimes feel hopeless, sometimes feel like we never will, sometimes feel like we have, but we don't even like what we found, and sometimes don't even try. And it can be even as bad with goals. We live in a society where goals are often forced on us. We're living our parents' goals, society's goals, our husband or wives' goals, our children's goals. We seem to be doing everyone else's goals except our own. But what you can discover is that both goals and purpose can come from your own heart, your own center. And when you get clear about what your goals are, when you see them clearly and can really embrace them, then you can really unleash the power that's always right within you to achieve whatever you choose. Or another way of saying that, to attract to you whatever is in your highest and best good. In my experience, attracting what you want is based on being in alignment with what your heart's deepest desire is, both for your goal and or your purpose. So let's examine that a little further. In this moment, if you think about your goals and you think about your life purpose, do they really feel like your own? Or do they feel like someone else's? Or is there just simply uncertainty about your direction? Well, in this recording, what we'll do is we're going to help you get clear about what your goals and aspirations actually are and what your purpose is. But before we get into that, I just want to caution you about something. Many of us believe that unless we find our heart's true purpose or our mind's true purpose or what our real purpose is, that we're somehow living an aimless life or we're somehow missing the boat. But in my experience, everything, every moment, at least to some degree, is on purpose. And what I mean by that is, every moment we are living our life's purpose, including when we're looking to see what the deepest purpose is. So whatever it is you're doing in this moment, what if you're already on purpose? What if this is what you're supposed to be doing in this moment? Now, if this is what you're supposed to be doing in this moment, it takes some of the guilt away, it takes some of the pressure away, it takes some of the anger and frustration away, and it just clears the field or opens to the possibility that you can go even deeper. In other words, you don't have to stay where you are as far as purpose is concerned. But if you at least are open to the possibility that even this, whatever you're doing now, is a stepping stone or is actually on purpose, it opens you to going even deeper. So now what we're going to do is a process from the Sedona Method that's designed to help you get clearer about your goals and your purpose. So what we'll do is we'll ask a couple of questions that will help you get clearer. And then what we'll do is we'll release all the interference, all the thoughts and feelings and beliefs that either make you doubt your purpose, make you not pursue your purpose or goal, or just block you moving forward in life in general. And as we do this process together, remember that to do any part of the Sedona Method, including this part, it's best to lead with your heart as opposed to your head, as best you can. Does that mean you have to shut your head up? No. That wouldn't work even if you tried. But if you allow yourself to lead with your heart as opposed to your head as best you can, you'll get a lot more out of it. Plus, take the first thought or feeling that comes to mind when any question is asked. And if it's a yes or no question, just pick yes or no, knowing that no is completely acceptable. Sometimes when you're letting go using the Sedona Method, you'll find that even when you say no, you'll let go anyway. The key is to be honest and relax with yourself. So now let's explore a process on getting clearer about your goals and your purpose. And we're going to do this in several stages. We'll focus on purpose first, and then we'll dig a little deeper in the specifics of career and relationship. So in this moment, allow yourself to simply focus inside, and you can do this with eyes open or eyes closed. Just simply get comfortable. And then allow yourself to simply welcome or allow or be with whatever's here now, even before you start the process. Allowing yourself to welcome or be open or simply be with what's actually here now is a great place to start any endeavor, including this one. So in this moment, simply ask yourself, what is my heart's deepest desire, or what is my heart's deepest purpose for this life? And just take the first thought or feeling that comes to mind without censoring. And by the way, throughout this process, if you'd like to write any of this down, that's helpful. And then in this moment, let's take this a step further. What we'll be doing is every time we ask this question, you can jot down what comes up, but then we'll take it deeper by releasing all the feelings and thoughts and beliefs around it to just clear the runway and also get clear as to whether this purpose is the correct one for you or not. The ones that are left over after you do this a few times are closer to your heart's deepest desire or deepest purpose. So again, focus on whatever came to mind when I asked that question. And then in this moment, could you just simply welcome whatever thoughts, whatever feelings, whatever beliefs, whatever attitudes that arise in awareness? Could you just let them be here? Be with them as best you can. And then could you also welcome any desire to do something with or about either the purpose or goal or any of the content that's coming up around it? And then could you welcome any sense that any of this is personal, about you or who you are, or is somehow other or separate? Could you welcome both? And then in this moment, could you allow yourself to welcome that unlimited power that's always right within you, that which helps you create all goals and to live life on purpose? Just do that as best you can. Okay, that's one round, and let's do that one or two more times, and then we'll get more specific. Allow yourself to look inside and just simply check. What is your heart's deepest desire or deepest purpose for you? Remember, without censoring, just welcome the first thought or feeling that comes to mind. And then could you just welcome it? Let it be here as best you can. And then could you welcome any thought or feeling or belief or attitude or memory that arises with this goal or purpose? And then could you welcome, too, all your desire to control the outcome, to make it happen, to do something with or about it? Now, am I saying don't do something with or about it? No. I'm asking you to see if you can just welcome your desire to do something with or about it in this moment. What that does is it opens you up to something even beyond that. And then could you welcome any sense that that goal is personal, is about you or who you are, or that it's other or separate? And then could you welcome, too, that vast inner power that we all have to accomplish whatever we choose? We don't always tap it, but it's always here, always now, waiting to help you live life fully. So in this moment, could you just simply welcome your inner power as best you can? Okay, now you can continue to do this process on your own a few more times if you'd like, but we're going to move on to something a little more specific. Let's focus on career. If money wasn't an object, and you could do whatever it is you wanted without any limitation, what would your next job or career choice be? And again, just take the first thought or feeling that comes to mind and welcome it. And if you get any good ideas, make sure you write them down. And then could you welcome whatever thoughts or feelings or beliefs or attitudes that brings up inside of you? Could you just let them be here, be with them as best you can? And then could you welcome too any wanting to do something with or about it, any wanting to make it happen, control it, fix it, change it? And could you welcome too any sense that's personal about you or who you are, or that's somehow separate or other? And then could you welcome the power and the knowingness that helps you achieve and understand and know your goals and your aspirations and your purpose? Could you just simply welcome that which is already right within you? Remember, just do that as best you can. And let's focus on that question again. Allow yourself to just simply check inside. If money wasn't an object and you could do whatever it is you wanted, what would be your next career direction or job direction? What would you do next? And allow yourself to take the first thought or feeling that comes to mind. Really be open without censoring. This sometimes can be very enlightening. In fact, it sometimes can be very life-changing. Just allowing whatever it is that arises to come up and be seen and be heard and be recognized. And that in this moment, could you welcome whatever thoughts or feelings or beliefs or attitudes that brings up in awareness, both pro and con? And then could you also welcome any wanting to do something with or about either what came up or your reaction inside? Any wanting to control or fix or change or understand? Could you just welcome all of that? And then could you welcome too any sense that any of that is personal, is about you or who you are? Remember, if your mind's saying, yes, this is really personal, that's fine. Just welcome that it feels personal. The reason for doing that is that when you allow yourself to welcome the personal, it opens up something way beyond. And then could you also welcome any sense that that's other or separate in some way? Both of those things arise together. And then could you welcome too that power and knowingness that's always right within you, helping you achieve whatever is in your highest and best good. Again, if you're not that in touch with it, just do that as best you can. Okay, good. Now you can, again, do this several more times on your own, or just simply listen to this recording more than once to keep going deeper. But we're going to move on now to focusing on relationship. If you could have ideal relationship with whoever you chose, what would that look like? How would it feel? What would you be experiencing? Remember, don't censor. Allow whatever it is that comes up to come up. It may surprise you or it may not. Either way is okay. And then could you welcome the thoughts and feelings and beliefs and attitudes that brings up in awareness, both pro or con? And then could you welcome any desire to do something with or about that? Could you welcome any wanting to control it or fix it or change it? Any wanting to actualize it? Any wanting to understand why what came up came up? Just welcome whatever arises. Or could you just welcome whatever is arising? And then could you welcome too any sense that that's personal, about you or who you are, or that's other than you, somehow separate? And then could you welcome as well the love and the caring and the openness that allows for healthy, happy, nurturing, and fun relationships? Now again, if you're not that in touch with this in this moment, just welcome it as best you can. And let's cycle through that question again. In this moment, look inside and just check. If you could have whatever kind of relationship you wanted, with whomever you wanted, what would it look like? How would it sound? How would it feel? Just open to the picture. And remember, if you get ideas that are important to remember, it's okay to write them down. And then could you welcome whatever thoughts or feelings or beliefs or attitudes that brings up in awareness? Could you just let that be here as best you can? And then could you welcome too any wanting to do something with or about that? Or any not wanting to do something with or about that. We often don't want to take the actions necessary to have the ideal relationship. So could you welcome both sides? And then could you welcome any sense that's personal about you or who you are, or that's somehow separate or other? And then as best you can, just for now, even if you can only feel this a little, could you welcome the love and the compassion and the openness and the understanding that allows for ideal relationships. That's always right here, right now, even though we may not always be aware of it. Could you just welcome that as best you can? Okay, great. I hope that cleared out at least some of the holdbacks you have about your goals and your purpose. You'll find that each time you listen to this part of this recording, you'll get more and more out of it, and you go deeper and deeper. And remember, you don't have to hold on to everything that comes up. The purpose in this is just to open you up to more possibilities than you usually do, is to get yourself out of the box and thinking beyond the bounds that you usually put in front of yourself. As you keep letting go, you'll find that both with career and relationship and with purpose and goals in general, you'll start to open a whole new world as you let go. And this is just a small part of what the Sedona method is all about. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you keep working with it. And if you'd like to go further, I highly encourage you to explore the link below that will give you some opportunities that I think you'll enjoy, a way to incorporate this more into your life. So thanks for listening, and please feel free to share this with everyone that you care about. Again, thank you.